Hello and welcome. My name is John Valentine, and in this class, I'll be teaching you how you can gain followers on Clubhouse, the hottest new social media app in 2021, and I'll be teaching you fully how to utilize it and how to use it to your advantage in order to gain new followers on Clubhouse, and not just Clubhouse, but also therefore on other social media platforms as a result. So these will be the topics covered today in this class. First, I'm going to be talking about what Clubhouse exactly is, a new voice app. Then I'm going to be talking about moderating rooms, promoting your events, promoting your social media profiles, connecting with other creators, and building your control room. And at the end, I'm going to give you a summary of the whole video and some final tips and tricks, so make sure to stick around until the end for those extra tips and tricks. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me today, and let's get right into the first topic here. So first of all, let's break it down. What exactly is Clubhouse? Well, Clubhouse is a new voice-based social media app, and it is a very hot commodity right now. Basically, it is a voice-focused app for joining conversations with strangers. If you are on the app, you can join rooms and join the conversation. Think of it as one big building that has a lot of rooms, and you can just walk in and they're talking about anything, and you can basically join that conversation. You can listen, you can join in and speak on your own, and there are any topics covered on it. There's crypto, music, politics, business, marketing, etc. Whatever it is, there is a bunch of different topics that you can join, each in your respective industry, niche, and category. And in each room there are speakers and listeners. So just like it's a big conversation, you can sit back and just listen to what everybody else has to say, and then you can raise your hand and speak in each room as well, and add your opinion, your thoughts, and so on. So in general, of course, speakers get more attention. So I will be talking about how to actually start engaging as a speaker, because it is an important role of getting your name out there and essentially joining followers, and because speaking is important to attract attention to you. But this app is also very exclusive, because you can only get in if you have an invite right now of somebody who is already in the app. So if you're in the app, you can invite other people, and people only can join that app if they are invited by someone else. You can put yourself on the wait list, but generally speaking, most people only get in when they get invited by other people. So that definitely added to its peak of interest of marketing, because they very smartly did that, or made it very exclusive for people to only join with an invite. That means also that there's a lot more people who are actually very well versed in their business. Not a lot of spam, not that many scammers. Everybody is quite legitimate, because you also have to use your real phone number, and most of the time, 99% of the time, people just use their real name as well. So it is very real in the sense of creating good and genuine connections. So definitely something to keep in mind as well when joining Clubhouse. But other than that, let's get right into the next topic here. So one of the biggest keys to actually gaining followers is moderating rooms. Moderating a room means that you're responsible for keeping the conversation going. You're the moderator of the room. You can introduce guest speakers if they come in, special guest speakers. You can ask questions to the whole podium. You can moderate the conversation as the name suggests. And anybody that can jump in, you can control the flow as well. You're basically in charge of what's happening in that room, and you can control the conversation. So that will attract a lot of attention to you, and will also give you this idea of authenticity and authority. If you're the moderator of a big crypto room with 200 people, well, most people in there will actually start to follow you because they know that you're the one in charge, meaning that you know what you're talking about. If they're interested in more cryptocurrency or any kind of topic that you choose, then they know to follow you. And also they will get notified once that room goes live, if they want to go live like that again, because you're part of that room and you're in there. So definitely one of the biggest keys to gaining followers is starting to moderate rooms. You can either start being moderated for your own rooms, or just start becoming moderated for other rooms. So definitely something to try and do in your Clubhouse adventures, because it just in general allows you to reset the room, reintroduce people, the topic, etc. For new people coming in. Your name will get out there, and your name will become sort of in connection with being in charge and being that authority head of that room. Like I said, if you have a room with 300 cryptocurrencies, with 300 people about cryptocurrencies, and you can say, let's talk about Bitcoin, let's talk about Litecoin now, let's talk about this, and maybe you can have interesting guest speakers come in, people who really know what they're talking about, and be like, you can message people that it can also help you gain connection, be like, look, I manage a room, I moderate a room with 300 speakers, would you be interested in coming in for a conversation? And that way you can build connection with other people who are maybe not even on Clubhouse like that. So definitely something to keep in mind when you want to start gaining followers, because moderating rooms is one of the quickest ways for you to gain attention on the app and actually gain a lot of new followers and gain some respect in those respective communities. So what you also want to do is promote your events. So when a room ends, the content is gone forever, meaning that everything is live and people need to be there in the moment. So as a moderator, explain your upcoming events. Ask them to follow you to get notified. Don't over promote, of course, but just keep it short and concise. You can either do this as a moderator or as a speaker. Of course, you don't want to over promote because people, nobody likes being promotion, but you don't necessarily have to say, oh guys, follow me to, be notified. But you can say something like, oh, I will be joining these rooms, I will be moderating these rooms, and that way people know that, okay, maybe if he's going to join that specific room, if he's going to moderate that room, then maybe I should follow him. So this is also definitely a good idea to start promoting specific events, and not even on just Clubhouse, but you can also say, I'm going to this, I'm going to this, I'm going to this conference, maybe someone else is going there as well. You can have online events. I'm hosting this event on Instagram Live and doing this. You can definitely start talking about all these different events where people will want to stay in touch with you. So this is definitely a good way to start gaining more attention and also attracting the attention of other people in order for them to start following you as well. So using other social medias to either gain followers on Clubhouse or using Clubhouse to gain followers on other social media is definitely a great opportunity as well. Whenever you use Clubhouse, of course, and people go on your profile, people will automatically find your socials when you engage. Connect them to your profile. You have the opportunity, if you go on your profile right now, to connect your Instagram and so on. So when you speak or when you're a moderator, you can definitely gain that attention and attract that attention to you for people to follow you, not just on your Clubhouse account, but also on your other social media profiles. And you can also use your other social media profiles to, of course, promote your Clubhouse profile. You can tweet it out or put it on Instagram or something like that. Hey guys, I'm on Clubhouse now, make sure to follow me, and you can just put up your name up there. So definitely a good win-win situation for all your social media profiles, because they sort of work hand in hand and promote each other. Just again, as always, don't overdo self-promotion, but you can definitely mention it every now and then, and you can plug that whenever you can. And of course, being a moderator, you can plug your socials way better because you're the one in charge, so nobody can really tell you not to promote it that much. Of course, people won't like it if you say it every 30 seconds, but whenever maybe you have a new guest speaker or you engage in a new topic, be like, hey guys, just remember, make sure to follow me to get notified the next time this room goes live and stuff like that. And as a moderator, you can definitely say that. So that's definitely a great opportunity for you to, again, utilize the position as a moderator in order to plug not just your own profiles, but your socials, because as I said, when people follow you on Clubhouse, your socials are connected. A lot of them will actually also be, enticed to follow you on those additional socials, especially like LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. Again, depending on the kind of community that it is, but it is just this win-win situation. So definitely something to keep in mind. And of course, again, make sure that all your profiles are actually there, a good description of your profile, who you are, and what you do, and so on. So definitely a great opportunity for you to not just gain followers on Clubhouse through your other social medias, but also gain followers on your other social medias through Clubhouse. So what you also want to do, as with most social media, is you want to connect with other creators. You can address people directly in specific rooms. Maybe you have a conversation with 20, 30 people, and then you and another person are having a conversation back and forth with questions and stuff like that. You can definitely start to be like, oh, we should connect outside of this. I'd love to continue the conversation and stuff like that. Or you can just address people directly in a sense like, oh, it looks like you know what you're talking about. I want to ask you some more questions about this. So you can definitely start to connect with other creators, and that way you will not only gain followers but also meaningful relationships. So it's definitely a good thing to keep in mind. Again, as most things, as a moderator, this is way easier to do as well. If you're a moderator, you can be like, anybody who wants to talk wants to talk more about this and this, make sure to follow me and just write me a message asking me questions about this and stuff like that. If you say something like that, well, that just prompts a lot of people to to connect with you, and not just your profile, but also, again, make those meaningful relationships, which are definitely useful as well in all aspects of business, of course. And pro tip that you can do is you can post a screenshot of the Clubhouse room that you're in on your Instagram, for example, in your story, and then tag the users. Now, don't only have to do that as moderator, you can do that as a participant as well. You can literally just take a screenshot of your Clubhouse, post it on your story and be like, hey, I'm in this room right now, you guys should join. Or just you can just put it up there, be like, oh, just talking about cryptocurrency and stuff like that, and then you can tag a lot of the users that are in that. And even if you haven't talked to them at all, you can just tag them if you look up their profile and look up their Instagram name, and that allows you to start a conversation in the DM as well, because they will be notified once they get tagged, and then either they will they will like it, they won't like it, they will respond to be like, hey, thanks for tagging me, or be like, hey, saw you in the room, what did you think, or stuff like that. And you can just start it yourself as well. You can DM them, be like, I tagged you in the story, be like, what did you think of the room, and stuff like that. So you can definitely start a conversation through that as well. So that's definitely a great tip to keep in mind, and it allows you to connect with them. Definitely a good idea to just in general connect with other creators, which will not only boost your following, but again also make that meaningful relationship, which is definitely useful in business. And finally, of course, just as a side note, as a moderator, you can also ask them to be a guest again. If someone talks a lot and stuff like that, and you're a moderator, be like, hey, I have another room going on at 8 p.m. tomorrow, do you want to join again? And then they will either follow you and again also make those connections. So this will definitely boost your following and your relationships and your connections with other creators as well. So this is definitely a great way to boost your following on Clubhouse. So definitely something to keep in mind when using it. So last but not least, you want to also build your control room, or also known as a moderating squad. At some point, if you're hosting rooms or moderating rooms, you will need some help. You can connect with other moderators and build a team of moderators to connect to. That can help you host rooms and stuff like that. Maybe you have a periodic room, that you have every Sunday at 8 p.m. and maybe at some point you're not available. Well, you can ask someone to sub in for you as a moderator. And if you're not available, if you don't know anyone, if you can't talk to anyone, well, that will make it very hard for someone else to lead that room, and they will probably still connect or can connect and stuff like that, but it won't be with that much supervision of you. So it's definitely a good idea to start building that team and a moderating squad, not necessarily someone that you consistently exchange stuff with, such as rooms and stuff like that, but just a team that you can connect to and have connections to. You can build a group chat on Discord, Instagram, just something for back channel communications that will help you to build that control room. And maybe that works the other way as well. Maybe if they don't have time to moderate the room, host the room, they will ask you, be like, hey, can you jump in for my 8 p.m. room? It's going to be 200 people regarding cryptocurrency. Well, that will be 200 people that maybe don't even know you, and they will then get to know you as a moderator, as a figure of authority, and be like, oh, maybe I should follow them, and 150 new people follow you. Well, that's an amazing opportunity to do as well. So building that connection and that moderating squad is definitely a great idea to utilize your networking and your channel connections as well. So you can not only do this in as a moderator, but just as a participant as well. You can build that connection, you can exchange ideas, you can connect with people on cryptocurrency, be like, hey, have you checked out this room, have you checked out this? And you can build group chats of people exchanging ideas outside of Clubhouse, and then also within Clubhouse, of actually building your own connection and your network. And this will not only again build your network and your meaningful relationships, but also your actual following on Clubhouse as well. So definitely a great way to boost your overall following on all things. So that's basically going to be it for this quick boost on Clubhouse followers. Just to conclude and summarize some of the key points, basically being a moderator is key. It's definitely a great idea to start being a moderator at some point if you do have the time and effort and, of course, expertise to do that. So definitely something that you want to strive to be in a Clubhouse room. Speak and say your piece, don't be afraid to speak up. There's a lot of people talking, even if sometimes you mess up, don't take it too much to heart. Of course, first impressions last, and so do bad ones, but just keep in mind that it is a very flow conversation. People will probably forget what you say the next day. So unless you consistently just don't offer any valuable information, then you can, continuously join rooms and just try to speak and build that connection to other people. So just something to keep in mind as well. Just being there and showing up and maybe actually speaking, even if it's not some grand innovative ideas, sometimes just showing up is more important than not showing up and creating those connections to other people. And also, of course, connect your social media profiles when you start building your Clubhouse profile. Have a quick description of who you are, and then start connecting your other social medias if you do want to have some more legitimacy, credibility, and of course also boost your following on those other sites as well. And connect to other creators, whether you're the moderator or as a participant. Make sure to start networking to other people, because that will not only boost your following but also meaningful relationships. Moderating helps you take control and show prominence. Again, it shows that you're an authoritative figure in that field, and if you're a host of 300 people in a cryptocurrency, well, they probably think that you know what you're talking about, and you probably do. So definitely a great way to show your expertise and show off that you're a figure of authority in that industry. But you can still connect and stand out by just joining random rooms. You don't even have to be a moderator or host or even a big consistent speaker. Just jumping around rooms, joining the conversation for a few minutes at a time, or just whatever it is, say your piece, or just listening, and then maybe connecting to people outside is definitely also a good idea. So just being there and consistently joining rooms, consistently networking, and consistently showing up is what's going to get you more followers and eventually a good boost in all your profiles. So definitely something good to keep in mind. So yeah, that's basically going to be it. I hope this video helped you a lot on how to boost your followers. If you have any questions, put them in the discussion section below. Make sure to follow me this channel. Make sure to follow my YouTube channel. On this channel, I'll be uploading one video a week all of 2021. So make sure to stay tuned for all things digital media, digital marketing, business, and so on. I'm talking about Facebook ads, Instagram, social media, Snapchat, TikTok, networking, writing cold emails, digital marketing, and everything related to that area. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, make sure to follow and check out the videos that I have on my channel. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next class. Goodbye.